Please, Nigerians, I have a question for us. Are we really still living in this country, or we are just existing? Because even the existing self, I'm not sure we are really existing in this country. I mean, what's this whole madness about? Nigeria is now the only country where if you expose any crime of the people in power, you get treated like a criminal, while those who committed the purported crimes are rewarded with juicy political positions and appointments. You see this Senator Natasha's sexual harassment case with Senator Akpabio. It has exposed a whole lot of evil in the Senate, but Nigerians are pretending to be deaf and blind to what is happening. Right now, the news making round the media is that the journalist and the media activist called Mazo Binna Opara Akudike, who went on a YouTube live show of Adiola Fayehun a couple of days ago to expose Professor Mbweke, also known as Sandra Duru, that Nigerian police has allegedly arrested him on the orders of Senator Babio. This is coming after he exposed Sandra Duru, also known as Professor Mbweke, for allegedly paying him 2.5 million naira to produce a defamatory content against Senator Natasha in order to exonerate Senator Akpabio. See, the way these things are going, the general public is beginning to suspect that Akpabio is really behind Mbweke's social media stunt. I mean, let's connect the dots. First, Senator Natasha Akpotsu-Dragan was sued by the federal government because of what Mbweke said that Natasha allegedly told her about Akpabio. And secondly, Mazobina is now being arrested for exposing how he was paid by the same Mbweke to produce defamatory content against Natasha. Guys, we are really in for a long ride, and the truth remains that if we don't get rid of this APC government, they will definitely do even worse things in the coming days. Meanwhile, let's watch Obina's interview with Adiola and be the court of public opinion on this matter. But before that, please kindly like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share and put on your notification bell to always be among the first to get notified the moment we drop new updates on what is happening in our country and beyond. Don't forget to leave your own thoughts on this matter in the comment section below.
So we're going to get started today. Mr. Obina, please introduce yourself and just tell people who you are, your relationship with Sandra Duru, and why you decided to come on the show today. Let's start from there.
Okay, my name is Obina Akudike. I'm from Imo State, the same state with Sandra Duru. I've known Sandra for a very long time, almost 15 years, plus minus almost 15 years. I've known her since 2013. I used to be a strong advocate of good governance in the state. I spoke against the then government of Rochas Okowacha. So I think Sandra reached out to me because I was kind of one of the popular voices then in the state who spoke against the government, and we became friends. So it was within that period that she accused the then deputy governor of Imo State, Princess Emadume, of being homosexual. I think that was really what brought us together and all that. Then along the line, a lot of things happened. So within that period, I think I met her about 2 times, a total of 3 times, all those years. Met her 2 times, she came to Imo State. Then once I went to her house in Lagos. I spent about 2-3 days in Lagos in her house. And I think that was within the period I found out that the allegations against the former deputy governor didn't hold water. From 2013, 2014, we had issues. I blocked her on social media and I blocked her on Facebook from 2015 till 2019. So 2019, around that time, I was going through my block list and I saw names of people I blocked, and I saw hers. I decided to unblock some of them. I unblocked her and she came back, chatted me up, called me, sent me gifts. Then she was now in the United States. Since 2015, I cut off connection, but the connection started again in 2019. She sent me gifts. Then we became friends again, on and off. Over the years, sometimes we'll quarrel. Since 2019 till date, sometimes we'll quarrel. She'll block me. After a while, she'll come back. She'll block me, come back. That's been our relationship since then till date. That's practically everything about Sandra, between I and Sandra. I can't hear you.
Thank you so much. So, you can hear me now, right? Okay.
Yes, I can.
So a number of people may be wondering, how you got into this case, but I also wanted to ask you, because when she released her audio, there was a particular picture, or let me say, there was a particular name that came up when she released her audio. Part of the things that she was, when she held her camera to the screen, there was a name that came up that time, and we all saw Obina. I don't know if you could see on the screen. Mazi Obina. Is that you? There's someone
Yes,
called.
that is me.
That is you. Okay. So what is your relationship with the issue on ground? How were you involved in the issue on ground?
About 3 weeks ago, she called me. About 2 weeks ago, I got 100,000 from somebody. I didn't know who the person was, so I started wondering who was this that sent me 100,000, and I saw her name as the description. So the next thing she called me, she said that was for I and the kids for our Easter, and I thanked her for the 100,000. Then or about was this the same day or a few hours or the next day? She called me. I was like that she wanted me to do something for her. That she wanted me to do a job for her. I said, what was it? She said she needed a video editor.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The 100,000, was it on the 19th of April? Because you sent me a picture of a. Was it the one on 19th of April?
Yes, I think that should be it. The first transfer she sent to me. That should be
Okay.
yeah,
I put it on the screen. So it has
yeah,
your name as the receiver. I'm just putting this
yeah,
up as you're talking for people that may be asking.
yeah.
Also, the name Tade Nyawo, from the person that I interviewed 2 days ago, she mentioned Frances. She mentioned that this is the account that Sandra uses in Nigeria. Okay, so this is the evidence of the 100,000 naira payment. You can keep going.
So after the 100,000, she now told me that she wanted me to do a job for her. I said, okay, what was the job? She said she needed me to get her a video editor and a musician. So I told her I could do that, and I got her somebody, one of my guys who does video editing, also got a musician, and the video editor also promised to get somebody who would do a voiceover for a documentary. She said she wanted to do some documentaries. So she sent the scripts of the documentaries to me and told me to get the editor. The editor looked at it and said, okay, he could do it. He could deliver it within a day or two. She asked how much, and the editor said about 250,000. She sent in about 500,000. There she sent money both for the hotel that they go. She told me to pay for a hotel where they will stay. Gave me money to put them kind of like, oh yeah, take this, kind of like a dash and all that. So the editor started the work. The guy started the work, did the first production, did the voicing, and Sandra condemned the voicing. She didn't like the voicing. She said it was bad, and that she was working on a time frame, all that. Then she now said, okay, that she's going to call Frances Olisa Obonna, that she was going to call her to do the voicing. Now, Frances is somebody I know on social media on Facebook. I've not met her before. In fact, it was Sandra that connected us some years back. And she called Frances. Frances came on board. She sent the script to Frances, and Frances did the voiceover, sent it back to both I and Sandra. Sandra listened to it and condemned it as well, that it wasn't right. Then that was when she now told me that she paid Frances 300,000 for the job. Then she now started demanding a refund from Frances, and they start having issues. I told Frances, if you have her money, that's how I work with Sandra. If I have a job for her and I've not delivered, just keep her money so I can refund. I don't want to holler. I told Frances, if you can refund. Frances said she has only paid the people who did the job. So Frances later refunded 50,000. I just tried to stay away from their matter, let them solve it themselves. Then my video editor was able to get somebody who did the voiceover, and we made the production for her, and that was the production she used on her Facebook pages about Senator Natasha Aboti Udwa.
Thank you so much. So I think now I'm going to start playing some of the audio that you have sent to me. I will still have you talk about them, but just in case some people are wondering, does he have any evidence of the things that he's been saying so far? Also, I have the screenshot of two different payments. There's a 200,000 naira payment. Does that have
Yeah.
anything to do with the production that you have mentioned, so I can show that now, or is that
Yes.
coming later?
Yes, the 200,000 has she didn't send me the screenshot of the first 500,000, but she sent me the screenshot of the 200,000. She kind of like said, okay, I should give the musician that she liked what he did, the musician, the editor, that she liked the job, kind of like I should give them to share and all that. So that was
Okay.
200,000.
So the 200,000 was for the musicians, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show the 200,000 evidence that you had sent now for those that may be wondering. So this is the 200,000 that he's talking about. And once again, it was sent to Obina from the same account that had allegedly sent money to Frances as well. So let me know whenever you need me to put up the other money that you are sending the screenshot as well. So, but for now, I'm going to play a voice that you are saying is the voice of Sandra. Some of the people in the comment section are already asking some questions like, why did you decide to come on the show? Like, why are you exposing this? Do you mind answering that first? And then I will play that audio.
Um, Ade, growing up, I always wanted to be a lawyer, but I always believe lawyers lie against people. They will tell a lie against somebody, and that was one of the reasons why I did not become a lawyer, because I couldn't lie against somebody. I know this. If I know something is wrong, it's false, and I'll be like backing it up, and no, I couldn't do that. And when we started this, I honestly believed that Sandra was doing the right thing. Yeah, I believed it because I was a fan of Senator Natasha Oti. When the whole thing started, I was a fan. I liked her. I followed her. I liked the whole thing. I was an advocate for her. Then Sandra now came up with this, and I believed that, wow, this could be true. But along the line, I started seeing, like, after the live video, after that, her live, I think that was when I started having a rethink. Because a lot of things she was not saying out after that live, they just didn't track. They didn't track at all. I'm a father, I have 5 daughters. And I started thinking, what if this is my daughter, this thing is happening to? I started thinking all those things. And it was no longer becoming like exposing the truth. It was like becoming something darker, as if maybe a ploy to destroy Senator Abuti, Natasha, destroy her, send her to jail. Something, it was becoming too, I just wasn't comfortable with it anymore. I wasn't comfortable with it anymore. So I think that prompted me. And when I saw Frances coming up to say the truth, at least say her mind, I thought that it would be right for me to also air what happened, say the truth, expose what happened between I and Sandra. I know there'll be consequences. I don't care. Let me just say what happened. I think that is what made me to come out and speak out today. I can't sit by and watch somebody being slandered, blackmailed, or lied against, manipulated, and I keep quiet and condone it. Even if you're paying me, I don't think I can do that. I
Okay.
didn't do that in doing Ochasokocha's regime. I won't do that now, no matter what.
And you are willing to cooperate with the security forces in case they
Um,
invite you?
I'm very willing. I'm very, very willing to cooperate with anybody. I have nothing to hide. I'm extremely willing to cooperate with anybody. I have nothing to hide. First of all, the job was a professional job they called on us to do it professionally, and we did a professional job. So we didn't commit any crime. Now, if the security agencies need scripts and all those things from me, we provide to them. They look at it, they give the audio, which I will provide to you, I'll provide to anybody, to the full audio she sent to me. Let them run forensic checks on it, experts go through it. And if they find it to be authentic, then fine. But if they find it to be false, maybe doctored or anything, let them do what they want to do with it. But I'm ready to cooperate with anybody. I'm open to cooperate with anybody, yes.
And the main thing that she hired you for was to come up with a song. I'm
Yeah.
trying to understand the main things that she hired you for.
She had for the documentaries are to be 2 documentaries.
Okay.
Then musicals. She had the script for the musicals. So the musician now performed them in several stages, performed the songs in several stages, several musicals. Then the documentaries from the script she wrote for the documentary, produced the documentary, did the voiceover for it with her script. Then the musicals, we also turned them into music videos. Sorry about that. So that was just
Okay.
what we did for her.
Okay, so I'm going to play one of the audio that you had sent, and then let's talk about that.
Okay.
All of them are nice. If you check the script, there are about 4 verses, if I'm not mistaken. And the 4 you gave me have 4 different messages in them. The first one is it carried a different message. The second one carried another message. The third one, that was where they now mentioned the Umoran girl that she accused that they killed and used her kidney. The fourth one mentioned another incident. So I think that they did them in 4 different distance. So there's none to choose and leave the other, because I want everything written down to be mentioned. So except they want to do 4 different versions that will be releasing one at a time. So I will have the first one, Natasha 1, Natasha 2, Natasha 3, Natasha 4. I'll call the other one Natasha Jezebel, Natasha Potiphar's wife, Natasha. We'll just find a name for the 4 of them, since there are 4 different types of characters we are giving her. So one can be Natasha Jezebel, Natasha Delilah, Natasha Potiphar, Natasha Atalaila, that kind of a thing. So that will make the 4 different ones where the 4 different issues will be mentioned. But 4 of them I like. 4 of them are good the way they came in. But there's something that I actually wanted the intro to have that I discussed with you earlier, where that her voice, you remember, where she said, that place I told you she was laughing, that she said she sent Akpabio Ezekwesili. We'll cut it from the place she said, yes, I sent Akpabio Ezekwesili and the feeder people to go there and deliberately disrupt the committee sitting. And she will laugh, ha, ha, ha. Then we're not launching. You see, that one, we're launching that one. Then will not take where she said, this injustice will not be substantiated. No, this injustice will not be sustained. Will not say, yes, we hear you, madam. This your injustice of using public sympathy and lying will not be sustained. They will not start that one. Then the other one again, we'll look for what she said in one of the things where she was laughing that she will marry again. We'll take that her voice there. The other one again, we'll take where she was talking about Patoranki, somebody where she mentioned all those her lies there. That's what I'm saying. Her voice will be on all the intros. The other one will not be where she's talking about Umoren. We'll take it from where her mouth mentioned Umoren. Okay, where she mentioned Umoren. And that Umoren was killed and blah, blah, blah. Later after that, they said, Latasha. Boom, we're moving. So let me shower and take 30 minutes nap, then I'll join you people again. Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now.
Okay. What in the world was that? First of all, a lot of people will ask, how do we know that is truly the voice of Sandra? Because part of this case is that there's an allegation that she doctored the voice of Senator Natasha. So now, how do I know that the voice you sent to me is truly the voice of Sandra, that it was also not doctored?
Well, I sent you some screenshots of some audio voice notes she sends to me. I could even play them from my phone. I can put it to the screen so people can see
I
her
can put
phone
up
number.
some of the images that you're talking, so that people can see that it's part of a WhatsApp conversation, right? Okay, so
yes, I can bring them to where some things and play them to show that this is coming from. It's not.
Yeah, I can put it up. I just
make
sure that your account number is not visible and all that. So I can put that up as you're talking. So you are telling us that truly this is the voice of Sandra Juru.
Yes, you can even compare the voice there and the voice on her live. You can compare. There's no doctrine. I don't know how to do voice cloning. I don't know those ones. So
your own job was not voice cloning. Your own job was the production of the documentary and the songs.
Strictly, I don't know how to clone somebody's voice. I'm not interested in cloning somebody's voice. That is cloning somebody's voice. That is using somebody to tell a lie against. I can't do that. And that is actually why I'm on this show, because I cannot condone lies. That's it.
Okay. So
Like,
I will let you talk to us about what we just listened to. But real quick, when she kept saying Tasha, she was actually saying lie, Lie,
yeah,
Tasha, right? So she was saying
yeah,
Tasha. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Okay, so I want you to tell me what we just listened to. And while you are saying that, I want to know how many people are in your team? Like, is this a big team? Is this just you, you know? And I'm also going to put up a picture of the where we could see the what's it called? The WhatsApp messages that you guys exchanged showing the voice notes. So that's just one of several voice notes that I will be playing, by the way, guys. So this is the screenshot where we see the voice notes that she allegedly sent to you. So
Yeah.
okay, awesome. All right. So let me allow you. What did we just listen to? Why this is there like what's happening? There's this Jezebel, there's a Pharaoh, I mean Potiphar. What's that?
Actually, those are part of the script she wrote and sent to us. These are the scripts we were supposed to turn into a musical for her, where there was a mention of
Oh,
Jesus, Natasha, all those things. It's part of the script. I think I sent all that to you as well. I think,
the
yeah, it
script.
should be. So there was a script she had written. So she wanted the musician to perform the script. So the musician couldn't just perform the whole that's her script the way she did it verbatim. You had to now break them down into stages to be able to make something meaningful out of the song that she wanted. So that was why she now was now like maybe they break it into like Tasha one, like Tasha something like that.
I see. Okay. So she contacted you to do this, and now she's saying that she wants her to be painted in this particular way, like
Yeah,
Jezebel, like
yeah.
Potiphar's wife. Like, okay, so
The script is all there. You see it for yourself. The scripts are all there. She sent us a script. This is what she wanted, and she gave us a job. It's just like a typist. You tell the typist type this for me. He does it and gives you your job. You pay us professionally. We render your job for you, and that was just what we did. And
okay, so
my team. You asked about my team.
yes,
With about three of us. I'm kind of like I supervise them. Have my videographer who does the video editing and everything. He does if drones and everything. He does all that. So he does all the video editing for me. I have the musician. He does all the singing and all that. But sometimes I also use the musician. He's also good in computers. He also does editing when my editor is not around.
okay.
Yeah, you can see that.
This is part of the script opening scene, dramatic instrumental music with Nigeria's flag waving.
Yeah.
We brought Nigeria flag into this matter. This is very serious something.
Yeah.
Um, Okay, so this is just one of the scripts that you had sent to me. Very interesting. This is another one that you are sent. Like Tasha, the symphony of the seas. When Jezebel speaks, truth bleeds, but justice will roar like thunder. Oh wow, she went all in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play another. By the way, he sent me several screenshots of the alleged script. So I'm going to play another of the audios that you had sent to me, and then I would want you to explain to us what is happening. By the way, for those who may not know, there's actually a song out there. At least I've listened to one called Tasha. So there's a song that was released actually, right? She actually released it,
Yes.
right? She
Yeah,
did.
yeah, and yeah, at the time, there was a time she told us this is her property, and we're not going to claim ownership of it, and we're not interested in claiming ownership of it. Claiming ownership of it makes us party to what she was doing, so we're okay with it. Our own is just to get the job done, and she said this is her. Okay, she'll get it copyrighted, and it's her own. She claim ownership of it. In one of the audios, you see where she said that somebody's logo was showing there, and that she didn't want the person's logo before somebody would claim ownership of that. It's strictly hers, and that's it. She said it in one of the audios I sent to you.
So
Yes.
I'm going to play another of the audio that you sent to me, but just real quick, I'm wondering, did she send you any audio of the senator to work with,
Which of the senators?
Senator Natasha?
Yeah, she sent me. I think that should be about 8 to 10 minutes audio. She claimed there was a call between herself and the senator, and that was where she will now give us directives on where to cut from that audio, or how to use it on the documentary. Like for instance, that's the part you just saw. You listen where you listen to that when she said where we got from the obvious reconciliation issue and where to stop and all that. You listen to her say that. So
Okay.
she
So
gave explanation.
the audio that you listened to, was there any point in time that the senator said that there was no sexual harassment, that she made it up?
Nope, 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 nope. Never had it. Nowhere, nowhere.
Oh,
I can furnish you the full audio. You listen to it. It was not there.
I think
That
it
is
would be good if you
that is
actually send us the full audio.
well.
I
That is if that
think-
is if a full audio was actually the senator speaking. I now stand on. I'm no longer sure what to believe.
Okay. So, and in this audio that she sent to you, was there any point in time that the senator said that Yoruba government will not stand?
No, no, no. I did
Yes.
nothing like that. These are some of the things that made me decide to do this. These are some of the things that made me decide to do this. Because when I watched that live video and I saw some of these allegations, guy, I started wondering what's going on. What is this? What is happening? Now, for instance, telling us that the senator made such allegations against you, you are kind of like it's treasonous against the Yoruba government. You're no longer being like you're saying the truth. You are like you have something out for this woman. You want to kill this woman or what? You want her to be arrested? What do you want? That was some of the things I saw that really it didn't sit right with me anymore. In the audio tape, which I'll furnish to you, there was no mention of Yoruba government this virtually everything I was hearing on the live video, live, none was there. None of all this was there. Unless there's another audio she will bring for us later and tell us that this were where they were not there. And okay, even on that live, because I was expecting her that okay, since she was making these allegations, maybe she play those audio for us in the during the live, so people will hear them. I didn't. She didn't play them. These are some of the things I saw that really changed the narrative for me. Honestly, I sat back, I thought about it, and I just couldn't continue.
So you don't know whether or not that audio was real, whether or not it's truly the senator, and there's no way for you to.
Personally,
Is it true?
personally,
Is
I
the
cannot
audio real?
verify. Hmm? Is
I
it?
was wondering, is the audio real voice of the senator? And
Adela, right now, I don't even know if I believe the audio to be real. What I
okay,
just hope is that if the security operatives, the DSS, the police, anyone that wants the audio and I give it to them, maybe they can now analyze the recording and decide whether the audio recordings are real or not. If the recordings
so
are real, fine. If it's not real, they will decide. They have apps and equipment they can use to check it to find out whether this. Yes.
okay, so I'm going to play another of the audio that you have sent to me, but I'm just wondering real quick, do you know who wrote the script for Sandra, or do you think she wrote the script by herself?
Sandra is very, very intelligent. She can do that. She's very, very intelligent. You don't take that away from her. She can write the scripts, and I think she wrote the scripts herself. Actually, she told me that she wrote the scripts herself, that she did it herself, not that she told me so. So I think she
So
did it. Yeah.
do you know if anyone is sponsoring Sandra? I'm just curious.
Mm, I cannot say somebody is sponsoring her because I'm not very sure there. But I cannot tell you that during our conversation, she kept mentioning number one, number three. There's a conversation she was like, say that number one. And for my deduction of what number one meant, maybe she was talking about Mr. President and maybe number three being the Senate President. That number one and number three uh, talked to, like there was one something she told me that they talked to Governor Hope Uzodinma that she's the next governor of Imo State, things like that. So she always mentions number one, number two, that is the Senate president, and sometimes she say the president's wife backing what she's doing, things like that. She wasn't very definite about it, but she gave all the hints that these people were backing her in what she was doing. The number one and number three, and the number
So
one.
those are some serious allegations, by the way.
And that the governor of Imo State has been giving marching orders that she's the next governor of Imo State. I was to be the chief of staff.
Wait, hold up. So she's saying that they've promised to make her governor of Imo State. That's why she's doing this, and she would make you her chief of staff if she becomes governor.
Yes, I have evidence. I have people to back all that up. I have to go back on.
This is interesting. Okay, let me play the second audio and then you tell us what happened there.
Yeah.
Obi, all these complaints you're giving me now, he been around 2
Let's
days.
go
How
back
will
to
he
the
be
beginning.
Obi? All these complaints you're giving me now, he been around 2 days. How will he be around 2 days? We discussed it from the onset. I already know that when you get here now, Mama, he been around since Nigeria. I haven't slept. I told you my plans. I want to have Waragi openly. Now, sorry, they cannot achieve it at the time given to me. I would have made a new plan and walked away peacefully. I told me here get ceremony. I like Madogwami here audio town. Oh yeah, madam to call for out that morning. Yeah, was ready to do whatever we could do to get these things done. But now I was in Monyara. Now was the one in the picky phone. He now got a work all day. The guy is not got not 250 because of the urgency of the job. That's 11 a.m. the next day. And I'm getting with you. I didn't get it. I explained my plight to you. Wagi, time I'm not Obodo. Think what is going on so that I can program myself. We spoke again last night. This month now this morning, I'm rubbish. I want him working like that. I didn't see anything. Time in I'm waste. I'm going to somewhere else. You know, no, they had just no na Lagos. The children had said, okay, don't worry, I got Easter Sunday. I got Pata Monday. We had there on Monday. Change the flight only once. I'm getting they change the flight from 12 o'clock to Nabalita. This month so wide now no to terminate audio visual. Now documentary and got ready. Chair when I home here, this latest 11 again. I home here, yeah, now about 4 o'clock. I hope them documentary. Documentary. If you can't give me, tell me what is going on. Let's move. Let me just go away, please. I can.
Okay. She sounded really upset that you didn't deliver something. I did not understand half of what she said. And for those of us that don't speak Igbo language, do you mind explaining to us what's happening here? What's the context?
Okay. My videographer told her he produced the job in a record time. I think he said within 24 hours or 48 hours. But due to some challenges, and at the time, the videographers, they were, in a way, when I said they were kind of not very comfortable with the whole job, and was it a deliberate act to stall it? Because it took for some time, for almost a week, the job dragged, and it's a job that I know they could have done in a day. And they practically stalled it because at the time she told us she was coming on TVC, and at TVC were waiting to interview her. Even I was being prepped to speak on TVC on the whole Natasha issue. Well, she told us she was coming on TVC. I don't think TVC really told her that they would interview her. So, due to the delay, she claimed we didn't meet up with the TVC interview and all that. So she was just upset that we didn't deliver on time. That what we gave her was rubbish. It wasn't good. That she could go get somebody else. At the time, she even offered to fly in somebody. At the time, I was like, she could do what she wanted, what she felt good about doing. That was part of the time she brought in Francis when she condemned some of the things we did that they were not good, that the voicing was not good. Many several things that I now brought in Francis to do the job. Francis did it. She started screaming again. They weren't good, and all that. So that was practically what happened around that. Most of those things she spoke in Igbo. She was angry. She, instead of English, she went down to Igbo and all that. So that's why maybe you wouldn't understand what she was saying.
Okay. So let me play the next one. This is getting interesting. Let me play the next one and then you tell us what happened there as well.
Lina, I cannot use this you have sent to me. It has other people's logos on them embedded on them. And it's not 500 naira. It's 500 million. I cannot use this. Please, I cannot use this. I can't use this. Because I can't use this. And it started the voice note. Obviously, his name did not enter there. So what are you talking about? What is all this? Please, let me give this job to somebody else. I beg you in the name of God Almighty. Or I get a professional that will come there, direct this thing, do the voiceover, sit there, or I move your boys to somewhere else in Enugu and get this thing done in a day. Please, this is not coming out well. The voiceover is not ready. I can't use this video. Those people that their thing is showing there, imagine the logo of the YouTuber showing there. No, I can't use it. I beg of you. And when she talked, she started, I sent objects and feeder. That area didn't come out in this thing. So this is rubbish as long as I'm concerned. Please, please, and please. Everything else.
Okay, she's sounding really upset. What did you give to her, and why is she sending this that is not? And she said something 500 million, not 500 naira. What is 500 million?
So that was the musician. The musician was performing and kind of like said 500 was it 500 naira or so. It was saying something about 500 naira about this in her script. She said something about Senator Natasha being offered 500 million naira to I think maybe have a relationship with the Senate president or whatever. I think it's in her script that Senator Natasha probably claimed that 500 million was offered to her, so that she was lying, something like that. It's in the audio. It's in the recording that she made. That is the voice recording, the musical that was produced for her. It's all there. So she said that the musician did not get 500 million. They said 500 naira. So she wanted it to be changed. Then, like I told you the other time, she was complaining that other people's logos were in the video. She didn't want other people's logos, but she wanted it to be her production.
Okay. Okay. So now she's really upset. She said that the quality of the job that you gave her is not what she wants. Okay. Let me quickly play the other audio, and then we'll talk about the screenshots that you had sent to me as well. For someone asking in the comment section whether he could send the script, I've actually posted some of the script, and part of the script that he's talking about, I'm deliberately not posting it because it was making reference to like some sexual scene, kind of some sexual something anyway. So I don't want you to flagging us. Although it's text, so maybe I'll still post it again. But let's listen to the next audio, and then you tell us what is happening there.
I cannot use this.
Okay, listen to that one. Sorry.
None was put into consideration. Everything I've said, none was put into consideration. Now, what do you want me to do? And the thing is not coming the way it should be. I could have put music. This thing, a documentary. Onye get what I mother get logo ya, power this, power that. What nonsense is that? I wrote my script, I paid for the job. It's my job. Why are they putting that power this and that, all those emblems there? And channels here have put there, fine. That one on here with the channels. When somebody come and say it's their own, you know, there are things to be put into consideration. If we can't get the one name and get what promote their logo, I try to say me. I'm mad if you power this, that there are those emblems and power. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's not 500 naira. I've corrected that more than 4 times. This is a careless job. There's no commitment in this thing. I got results, not excuses. Nobody's taking my call. I know he should not put the way I want it. And I have been so patient. I've run out of patience. I can't just be quiet anymore. It's a picking my call. How will you not know what I want to say to you? I got them somewhere else. Arrange another professional. If your boys can move in there, let them move in there. The person can direct it without giving me excuses. Jack him. Marco and I'm gonna cancel flight. Man, I waste. Tell me go enough. And now okay, pick again. Call. You need to go not correct. Put like that. Eh? As the question's name, I put a name back. Where are you from? I sent as the question and federal lawyers and blah 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 blah. But I said it is there. You have it. How do you expect me to use this? If you call back to music, I said, the other one, documentary. Documentary when he should not voice over rubbish. Happens them can get me somewhere else. No.
Okay. Thank you so much. What is Yemo first and foremost? Like, she sounds really upset again. What happened in this conversation?
It's still the same thing that the time we're meeting the time and what we were producing wasn't meeting up to what she wanted. She got very, very upset and wanted to even, like you said, she wanted to even bring in a professional or take my boys to somewhere that they will get the job done. She claimed she was in the country and she had to we schedule her flights severally just to meet up. That the people who were there are people waiting for her to deliver, and she mentioned the people anyway. Even it's not in that year that the people are looking up to her to produce, and that we are delaying her and all that. That was just what she was getting angry about
So
and upset.
name
That
was
we
like
made.
give me, right? Like give me.
Give her, maybe give her one of either documentary, musical. Just give her something she can present, something she can work with.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll play one more and then we'll go into the screenshots of your messages with her.
Obina, this voice is not flying. We don't want this voice, period. This voice is not good for it. And that thing showing cap cut there, I don't need it. It's not what I want. Please. This is poor, low standard, not of any form of standards at all. That voice is not what I want. That voice is not going. I don't want it. It's not the kind, it's not professional. And that video showing cap cut and all those things, no, please, no.
Is that still Sandra? And is it still about the quality of the job you've done?
Yes, the quality. And second, that she doesn't the Capcom. She doesn't want any logo there aside from her logo. That is to claim ownership of her property, because, like you listened previously, she said she paid for a job. It is her job.
Okay. All right. Let's listen to this one. Let's listen to this one.
Sis, no, don't tell me you made that kind of transfer. It's not true. I don't even want to talk now. Ogini name. This is way too much now. No, let me come and speak to my boys now. Crazy, everybody's gonna go crazy now. Wow. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I didn't expect that. Thank you. And I'll still talk to you. Can I my card? That's other angle in I take care the matter, like the women thing. Yeah. So that it shouldn't just be like it's you. You know, by the time people are like all the name we go women group who will take the updates and they are now insisting that.
Okay, whose voice is that?
I think that should be this the woman that was on channels. Obi, she should be say something in Dubai. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Before her live, after her live, the
Yeah.
lady came on
This woman
channels.
was on Channels TV saying that the senator should back up her claims with evidence and stuff like that, and that
Yes,
Nigerians were manipulated to believe Natasha's lies. She was on Channels TV saying that. So
so when I told her, see, your live is on channel, then I haven't even finished the live there. I just saw it. I sent her the link for the live when she asked me for the link. Then I listened to what the woman said. I said, this woman did well for you. She protected your this. She was like, that the woman was her person, something like that. Maybe practically she sent me a screenshot where you can see in the screenshot the woman's name was listed as a contact, was listed as a contact. Then she now
okay.
sent me the. I can tell you, Sandra records every call. Oh, okay, I haven't told you that, but you should have known by now. This first Sandra records every call. If you're speaking with Sandra, and she even said it on her wall. If you go to her wall, she warn you that all your calls are recorded. If you call Professor Wake, if you call Sandra Do, all calls are recorded. So, probably when the woman was speaking, it was recorded. She now sent me the recording, and probably that is from what the woman was saying. It seemed like the woman received something, kind of maybe some money, and she was now thanking Sandra for the money. I was not telling her the next angle they were going to go to approach the case with, something
Okay.
like that. She was
So
explaining that.
okay, so I have a screenshot part of what you sent to me where she allegedly said that this woman is on a team. This is another major allegation, by the way, and I'm pretty sure that that woman would also get to know about this interview. So, from what you're alleging now, you're saying that she probably paid this woman that went on Channels TV to
Mm,
speak against the senator, because the audio that you sent that I just played is this woman allegedly thanking Sandra for the money that she sent to her.
yes, the whole thing is in my phone, and they're too old now to be deleted from both sides. So anytime the
Okay.
police or DSS, anybody needs it, they can come and take up
So,
my phone, go to
uh,
it and pick up.
if you guys can see right in the middle, she said she is on my media team. And what you may not see is she had sent like a screenshot. Allegedly, Sandra sent a screenshot of her conversation with this woman, Obi, who was on Channels TV, Obi Unduke. So it looks like Auntie Sandra took a screenshot of her conversation with her, sent it to Obina, and she put at the end, at the bottom of that, that she's on my media team. She wrote media
Yeah.
team, right? I think she's trying to write media team.
Team,
So yes, so this is what you just referred to. Okay. So do you know whether or not this woman has any relationship with the Senate President Akpabio at all? Has she implied? I know you said she mentioned number one, number three, but do you know if the Senate President may have anything to do with this?
I cannot confirm that.
Okay. Okay, and what do you think that Sandra is trying to gain in all of this in case she's successful in getting people to believe the video that she released? Because she sounded really personal in her live video. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, actually, to be frank with you, I don't really know her end game. To be frank with you, and that is what's really confusing me. We came out to do this because we believe she was telling the truth. That she was after the truth. That's what we came out believing, that this was for the truth, not for any other reason, personal or otherwise. So
Hi, you okay?
to tell that I know what her end game is.
So you don't know what her end game is. Okay. So
Was
I want to go
going to become the next governor of Imo State, and
okay, let me go over some of
as
the okay, let me go over some of the screenshots that you had sent. It looks like
yeah,
you stopped picking up a call or something. Obina, please pick up your phone. I have made a new arrangement for my job. And then you sent her a voice note and a project. And then she sent you a voice note. Is there anything else do you want us to know about this particular screenshot?
I think those screenshots are to buttress the some of the voice notes you played,
That you,
because
okay.
yes, when we send a voice, she will condemn. She will condemn, and now send a voice note to shout and condemn what we did and all that.
Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure that I go through all the evidence that you had sent me. So this is another screenshot, and it looks like she's also talking to you about the lady that I interviewed 2 days ago, Frances, because she put a screenshot here saying that I have not received my payment, Frances.
Yeah, that was when she was getting angry with Francis not refunding her money.
Okay, okay,
She said she wanted Francis to refund the 300,000, and that was when she was angry. So she was calling me to want Francis to refund her money, things like that. So I think that
okay,
was that screen. That was what the screenshot is about.
okay. So also let me upload this one so people can see. So the first time that she sent you the 100,000 that you mentioned at the beginning, there's a screenshot that says, "Can I still use this account for the kids?" So I wanted to upload that, but your account is short, so that's why I'm not uploading. And then she sent the money and said, "Happy Easter to my children."
That
So
was the that
approach you.
was the first,
She
that was
wasn't.
the first,
Go ahead. Go
mm,
ahead.
first money she sent to me. That was the 100,000 she sent for Easter. She was like that. It was like a gift for Easter. She also sent 100,000 to Francis for Easter. That was aside from the 300,000 she paid Francis. She told me she sent 100,000 to Francis for Easter. She sent to me 100,000 for Easter. Then that was before she now told me that she had a job for me.
So this was before telling you her intention. She just sent you money for the kids
Yes.
for Easter. Okay. I know we showed the receipt of that 100,000. We also showed the receipt of 200,000. This one, once again, is showing the evidence that she allegedly paid Frances, and Frances said that she refunded her. And so this is, and here it's saying, tell this girl to refund my 300K. Anyway, so I need to ask you real quick. One of the things that you sent to me, there's one that showed, I think it's 1 million naira payment. What's the 1 million naira? Let me upload that receipt. What's that for?
That one, I think she was just like, I think that was after the project was done and she was done with initial project. She just sent that to me that I should take my kids. And she was kind of like giving me money for me and my kids. I think the
Okay.
screenshot should be there somewhere. She said the 1 million is for you and the kids. That she will still settle me later after the whole thing was done.
So how much did she pay you all together, including the Easter money? The How much did she pay you all together?
Mm, if I could bunch everything, it's almost about 2 million, 2.5.
So
Because
she paid.
sometime,
Okay.
yeah, sometime last week she was like, she was trying to reach me and I wasn't available. We had a power issue in my area. So her personal assistant called me and I was like, I have power issues and my generator wasn't coming up. She was okay, take 200,000, buy a new gen, go complete it, buy a new gen, take 200,000, give your dad, the other 100,000, to do anything you want to do with your kids.
Okay. So even though the sender doesn't say Sandra, the remark for all the receipts that we have showed today says from Dr. Sandra Juru. So
Yes.
we still don't know who is Tadenyawo, but Frances the other day said that this is the account that Sandra uses in Nigeria whenever she's sending money. So the receipts that you sent to me is the 100,000, the 200,000, and the 1 million naira. But you are saying in total she has sent you about 2.5 million on this job.
There was 100,000 to me. There was a 500,000. There was a 200,000. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
There's 100, 500, that's 600. There's a
Okay.
200, that's 800. There's a 1 million and there's a 500.
Okay. Can you say those numbers again? There was the 100,000, the 200.
500, 500, 100 first, 500 for the job when it started,
600,
200, 1 million,
1.8.
500.
Okay, so altogether like 2.3 million naira.
Yeah, then she sent to my videographer. Just dashed him 200,000.
Okay, so
But that
about
was,
5.
she sent it directly to him. Yeah.
Okay, so about 2.5 million. Okay. I'm also really curious about some of the other screenshots that you had sent to me. It sounded from the screenshots, let me upload it. It sounded like you stopped communicating with her and now she's upset that you stopped communicating with her. So let me quickly upload that. Or if you don't mind, because there was somewhere she said something about since Saturday that she has not heard from you since Saturday. And Saturday was when I interviewed Frances. So what's going on in this one, by the way? Because she allegedly sent screenshots of headlines from the last interview that I did. And she put in here, it's time to get you by all means, Obina. What's happening? Why is she sending this?
Mm, for some time after the whole, like I told you, I started getting very uncomfortable with the whole thing. So I've started deliberately withdrawing. Actually, I like my peace. I like a very quiet life. And with Sandra, I wasn't getting enough peace and quiet. I was getting at drama, and I don't like the drama. I started pulling away. So when Frances came out with her own, when you spoke with Frances, that was when the turning point for me, and I was like, it's high time I just do this, say what I want to say, end whatever relationship that was there. Let me just rest.
Okay.
Let me just rest. I'm tired. I was just tired. So let me just rest. So I think she's been trying to reach me since then. She's been calling me. I've been avoiding her. She now was like, sent me that message, which in a way I think is a threat because this is what she's saying that, let me read that message myself here. She's saying that, what did she say? That it's time to get me at all. It's time to get
Yes,
you by all means.
I showed that just now. I showed that
Yes.
just now. It's time to get you by all means. So, but this one that I'm showing right now, it says, Obin, are you really doing this desperately? You've been delaying my work from Saturday till date. I told you frankly that yesterday 2 p.m. was the deadline after all the damages caused by your initial delay. Now you think I will sit back and watch you do this to me? So there's something else that you're working on for her?
No, it was all these messages came were at the time she was like when you had her shouting about the time that the time we were kind of like not delivering. So she believed that we were deliberately frustrating the production,
Oh,
and they were deliberately frustrating the production. She was very angry to us that we were deliberately frustrating the production.
so do you know whether or not she still has other audios or documentaries that she's working on that will come up
I don't really know. At the time, I think she got a new media person to
to work
do
on it?
something. But some of the things I see online, they're not for me. The new ones, as I've been looking at her work, I see some new things, and they're not for me. I don't know about them. So maybe
Okay.
she's gotten somebody else to do her. For some time now that I've not been reacting to her, maybe she's gotten somebody else to do things for her. I don't know. So, like I told you, I just wanted to just stay off. When the whole issue started moving to directions I didn't understand.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You made some serious allegations in the course of this interview. One of them is Obi Ndukwe that went on Channel TV. One of the voices that we played on this show is allegedly that of her voice, thinking that Sandra for paying her and her going on Channel's TV. Also, you mentioned number one, number three. You said that you don't really know who is number one, number three, but that you are thinking will be the president and the Senate president.
Yes. Yes. So I believe that those were who she was referring to. But for her to now call the name of my governor, that is Governor Hope, that means the number one must be the president of Nigeria, and number two should be the number three. Because in Nigeria, we know that the number three man is the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. So probably that is who she was talking about. And she never really told me directly, but this is my abduction from what she
Okay.
was telling me. Yes.
Yeah, so like in this one, we could see she was saying that she got a professional voiceover artist to do the voiceover. Are there other members of your team that you think would also be willing to speak, or
Well, I'm my own man, my own team. Yes, I think my team will work with me. If I tell them it's time to come out and talk, they will speak. They will say what happened. They will reveal what they went through, what happened, all that. Yes, I think they will. But I'm my own man, and I'm saying what I think. I'm clearing my conscience.
okay?
I'm just straight. I'm clearing my conscience. I'm tired of all these pull somebody down, pull somebody down. It's just not who I am, and I can't see somebody, a woman who I admired right from this struggle started. Now something is coming up and they're like they're trying to tarnish her name, and involved in it in any way. I don't like it. I don't want to be part of it.
You do know that there would be some people that would say something like maybe you are not satisfied with the amount that she paid you, that maybe that's why you are now coming out to speak, right?
Um, if money, if money was my motivation all these years, if money was my motivation all these years, my dear Adeola, I wouldn't have been doing what I did in Imo State. Back then, when Governor Rocha Sokocha was governor, I was among the few that risked our lives. Every day, I wrote an article knocking the government. Every day, I was offered things. I was called, I was threatened, and it didn't deter me. So, if money was really my motivating factor, I think there are places I would have gotten money and become a sacrifice for somebody, sing praises, do whatever they want. No, no, no. I put into consideration my children, my daughters. I have 5 of them. I put into consideration their future. I put into consideration myself. What am
Okay,
I doing?
so money was not
Yes.
an issue. You are just doing it for
If
the
money was the issue, when she sent me money, I didn't ask her for the money. At the time, she would be like, she wouldn't be doing any good thing for people. And when she be saying all those things, I will just keep quiet. Nobody's really asking you to do anything for us and all that. You give money to us at our own food. Things are hard. So anybody you give money will be very appreciative of it. But it doesn't mean that because of the money you give us, you didn't give me enough. And no, no, no. Like,
okay.
even if you give me 10 million, it won't still stop me from coming out today to say what I want to say. It will still stop me.
Speaking of money, please and please send me the original audio that you said that Sandra sent to you. I think it's very important for us to know the content of this audio. But just for our viewers listening, the audio that you said that she sent to you, did it at any point in time say that the senator offered Sandra Duru 200 million to blackmail the Senate president to claim?
You will listen to the audio, and like I told you, it was like the turning point. It was part of the live show was like the turning point, because that was where I started pulling back, where I started feeling very uncomfortable, because 80% of her allegations were not on the audio she sent to me that she claimed was the discussion she had with Senator Natasha. 80% of the things she made, the claim against the Yoruba president, trying to make the Yoruba people hate Natasha, calling Nigerians. Was it what did she
Hungry
say?
and gullible, gullible and hungry. Did that happen in the audio that she sent to you? Obina, can you hear me?
Gullible idiot and all those things,
Yeah,
things like that.
hungry and gullible. Was
Yeah,
that in
gullible.
the audio?
They were not in the audio.
What
They were
about you sending Dr. Obi and buying off Dr. Obi and Arise News?
There was no reference of buying Dr. Obiezebus. I will send you the audio. In the audio, before the part she played, just like you saw in you listened to her conversation. Dr. Obiezebus, according to the audio she sent, Senator Natasha was like saying that there was a committee being set up and that she wasn't being invited. They weren't inviting her. They kind of like they want to do a kangaroo something so they can just get out of the way or something like that. So that was why she now told OBS to see what is happening, something like that. They now went to the place and that was got the whole stop that process. So that was practically what the context of that speech. But when it was now cut off from a particular part, cut off from another part, joined together and played, you now get anybody can now derive any narrative from it, something like that. So that is just what you got.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to say that I didn't ask? I know you must be tired. Thanks for your patience. Is there anything else that you like to say that I didn't ask about?
What is there to say? Are we going to talk about before now? From before that was 2014, 2015. Are we going to talk about that? I'm going to talk about today, 2014, 2015, when she accused the former deputy governor of being a homosexual, which I went to her house. Even back then, I went to her house, and there was a project I was doing for her then, and I indirectly questioned her about 5 times about her evidence against the former deputy governor, and the stories varied. There was variations, and that was when I started wondering whether the allegations were true. Then I now had a place. We were not talking one evening. There was a project I was doing for her then. I can find the project. It should be my email somewhere in my email. Find the project. It was like a 101 sins of witches and culture. We were doing it together then. I went to her house. So it was one evening, 2 of us were sitting together. Then I minimized the webcam.
You and Sandra
Yes.
were together.
Yes. Yeah, I think I can still find that video. It's somewhere in I will check if I can find it. It should be in my cloud somewhere. So I minimized my webcam and it was on. And I asked her a question. I was like, this thing with Princess Maduba, and you said that they were going to pay you something like that. And she was like, that she told him 200 million naira. And that they were negotiating 100 million. That was her words. Then I said, like, okay, what if they pay you the 100 million? What happens? She said she will come out and tell the world that she lied against Princess Imadu. And within a day or two, that the whole thing will be forgotten. That people forget the whole thing.
Wow.
Then, yeah, actually. And within that period, I think it was that period that after I came back, I came back to Imo State because we took pictures in our office. I came back to Imo State and the deputy governor then, he called me to his office because he saw the pictures. He called me and was like, I don't know who this woman is. He explained to me that he doesn't know who the Sandra Do is and all these allegations. And Sandra called me. That was this reference is back then in 2014, 2015. So Sandra, I snapped pictures with the deputy governor then in his office. So I went back to. She now called me when she saw the pictures and was like, "Why did I go to see the deputy governor? This that." I now told her that I wasn't her staff. So I had the right to go and see anybody, and she made an allegation against this man. So the man called me to say his own side of the story. So I had the right to go and meet him. The problem started. She went and shouting. And that was why I told somebody to tell her that I had the video of her openly saying that if she got 100 million, she would come out. And I think that was when the whole accusations against the former deputy governor kind of like died down. And since I didn't really see her calling him a homosexual again, I think that maybe that was what ended it. Then
So they didn't pay her because you
I
said
don't think she was paid. I don't think she was paid. I don't think she was paid. Then within that period, yes, within that period, that was during the governorship election. I remember all those things clearly. She now called me that she wanted me to run for House of Assembly, and how much was the PDP? Then I was working with the deputy chairman PDP in most states then, Major General Sunday Chigo. I was his aide. So she called me and told me that she wanted me to run for House of Assembly, and I was like, how much was it for? I said it was about 1.2 million. She said, okay, I should send an account. Let her send me 1.2 million to buy the form. I said, even if I buy this form, I don't have money to settle delegates and all that. So it was meaningless for me to win the election. That she should keep her money. Then there was this my friend. He was the Accord governorship candidate, Ken Ojiri. She now was like, okay, that she wanted to be Ken Ojiri's running mate. So Ken Ojiri called me and was like, look, Sandra told him that she wants to be his running mate. What do you know about Sandra? I said, well, she accused the deputy governor, then they were still in office. That was 2015. That she accused the deputy governor of being a homosexual. I don't know. I cannot advise you whether you want to work with her. Then I was already against the Okocha government. So if Sandra was going to be an arsenal for Ken to win the election, I didn't mind. I said, if Sandra is going to work for you, fine. If you feel like, go and find out if you can work with her. So Ken went to her house, met her, came back and told me, no, I don't think I can work with her. Sandra probably believed that I told Ken not to work with her, and she came after me. She wrote articles against me. She told the world that she funded my wedding when she didn't even give me a kobo. Even the deputy governor then, who knew I was getting married, the deputy governor, that's to tell you, I don't do things because I want money from you. The deputy governor told me that during my wedding I should call him so he will come. I didn't invite him to my wedding. I didn't take a dime from the deputy governor. Sandra didn't give me a dime for my wedding. And yet she went online, told the world she funded my wedding, she did this, she did that. I wanted to react. Some people, some well-meaning people all over, some from the US, UK, all of them, they saw what she wrote against me. They called me and told me to ignore her. That was when I blocked her in 2015.
Oh, okay.
Before I now blocked her in 2019.
I guess my last question for you is just, are you not afraid of?
I'm scared shitless here. I'm very shitless here. But what can I say? I have to do what I have to do. I know that my life is in danger for what I'm doing here right now. I know I'm in big danger. There's nobody backing me. I don't have the support of anybody. I'm just doing this on my own. My family, I don't know. I'm putting their lives at risk by what I'm doing here. You can, with the hunger in the land, there's some people you can even pay a little amount and to find this guy and kill him. And so my life is not safe anymore with this I'm doing here right now. I'm just putting my life in the hands of God and Nigerians. I'm just leaving it up to them. God and Nigerians. Oh, never have taken light. Let me call somebody on the generator. Okay, my wife. Okay, she's already following me on this. So, we're on UPS here. So now, my life is at risk, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't just know. I'm lost for words, but I believe that God will protect me. I believe that God will protect me.
Wow.
Right now, I'm getting a message from somebody, my brother-in-law. He's like, my family, I have to be careful. My family, he's sending me the message right now. There was a time I had a problem with Sandra Do, and she even told my brother-in-law some lies that I said things against him. And at the time, he wanted to cause a family feud. And I told the young man, "You don't know who Sandra is. So Sandra will tell you something about me and you believe." There are people should call me and tell me this person, there was this I want to say this about him. He'll be shocked to hear this. There's this man called Professor Kuna. Sandra at the time will come and tell me that Professor Kuna has HIV, that his aide had HIV, this and that, all those kind of things. Yeah, he was even a homosexual and all that. So when they saw these things,
Before you go on, what is whether it's Twitter page or whatever social media that you use, especially your Twitter page, what is your Twitter page so that people can follow you and you can be updating us if anything, like any threads and stuff like that, so that people will be alerted ASAP. Are you on Twitter?
yeah, I'm on Facebook. My name is Obinna Oparako Akudike.
Okay,
Let me see.
so Facebook is good, but Twitter travels faster. People can easily retweet.
I'm not really on Twitter. Maybe I'll open up a Twitter account.
Today you get
And
on
share.
Twitter or X. Today you get on Twitter or X because
Yes.
that is where you can easily update us. And you need to let me know as soon as you open it so that I can tell people, please follow him. We want to make sure that you are okay. We don't want anything to happen to you because you decided to come on this show. If you feel like some people are watching you or following you, start tweeting about it. And if I see it, I will also retweet because you are a whistleblower now. And some people have been putting in the comment section that Sandra is blocking people once you ask her questions. So, but right now, the most important thing is yours. So, send me your name tell us your name on Facebook. Let's go and follow you on Facebook right now. And then open a Twitter page or X, open it, and make sure that you are constantly updating us. Just tweet if anything is happening, so that it can easily get their attention. And
Yeah.
because your city is very important. Okay, what's your name on
Yes.
Facebook so I can post it in the comment?
Obinna Oparako Akudike. Akudike. AKUWDIKE. Obinna Oparako Akudike. My phone is acting funny. I want to open it
AKU
and show it here.
AKUW
WUDI
W
WUDIKE.
AKUWDIK, and the middle name, the Opera. Can you spell that?
That is me here.
Opera Akudike Mazi.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is his Facebook page, and you even have pictures of your children.
Yes.
I'm going to tag this so that people can follow you on Facebook. Did I spell this correctly?
Yes, you got it right.
Okay. So what we need you to do now is to also open Twitter so that
Yeah.
if something is happening, people can easily read. They can easily retweet and if you put in there hashtag Saga Jubu Saga or whatever, just something that could trend. Thank you so much for risking your life coming on the show. I'm praying that nothing bad happens to you because
I'm praying so too.
yes, and I also will let you know as soon as you let me know your Twitter handle so that people can also watch you. Follow you on there. Right now, people find you on Facebook as well. So thank you so much for your time. It's been almost 1 hour. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
All right. So, from your angle, with everything we talked about today, you sound like, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. Let me just ask it directly. Do you think that the senator is innocent of the allegations that Sandra Jumbo?
Absolutely. 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 I think those allegations are false. The senator never called anybody gullible idiots, never called Nigerians hungry, never confessed to anybody that she was not harassed, never made any claims against the great Yoruba people. Never made any claims against them. All this was to incite the Yorubas against her. So she never made any claims against the Yoruba people.
Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much, everybody that joined us today. I really appreciate you. Please find this man on Facebook, follow him on Facebook. As soon as he tells me the Twitter account, I will also post it so that we can follow him on there as well, so that he can be updating us of his safety. So thank you so much. Really appreciate everyone for joining us. Mr. Obina, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Have a great evening. My regards to your family.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.